volleyball was such a great and dedicated player. Being able to watch you on the court has taught me so much, so thank you. I'm going to miss sitting at the back of the bus with you for every away game, and I'm really going to miss having you as my sister. When you asked me to write your speech for you over the summer, I was so excited. So excited that you looked at me as someone who you would want to do that for you. And ever since then, we've only become closer, and I'm so glad. I'll miss you so much next year, but I know that you're going to have an amazing time at college.
Hi, Colleen. Being on the team with you these past years has been amazing. I feel like it was just yesterday when I found out you were my sister, and you might not remember it, but your gifts and notes were so sweet and encouraging to help me become a better player and teammate. We were sisters last year, and I couldn't have been luckier to form a lasting friendship with you. You are funny, friendly, and hardworking, and talking to you never fails to put me in a better mood. I'm going to miss our chats while waiting hitting lines and back and forth across the net. Not only are you a great friend, but you're also a great player. I've watched you get better and better these last years, and I really look up to you as a player. I'm so impressed watching you play, and seeing you on the court in games and practice has helped me play better too. You are always so humble, but your spots when you hit are amazing, and I'm still trying to figure out how to time a block like you do. We have spent 3 seasons together, but I wish that you could stay for another because it doesn't feel like enough. I'm not recommending that you fail and redo senior year, but it would really make things easier, because then you wouldn't have to leave. Even though you haven't graduated yet, I miss not seeing you at practice every day already. Luckily, we still have the rest of the year, especially at mini-cons, so I don't need to get too emotional yet. Chin. You don't need it, but good luck at college and for every dream you have after that. To all the seniors, I love and will miss you guys, and I hope you come back and visit next year.
If you know Paige Farah, you will agree with me when I say she is one of the funniest people I've ever met. Whether it's a sarcastic comment or a punny joke, Paige has a way of making everyone laugh on and off the court. Not to mention she has a killer serve. She makes even the most boring practices entertaining with her quick wit at unexpected moments.
We don't have boring practices.
That's what you think. I know I can always count on her to cheer me up if I'm not having a great practice or just a bad day in general. Personally, I don't know what I would do if Paige wasn't on the team. I know I can always trust her to understand where I'm coming from. She can make anyone feel justified in what they're thinking because she is so supportive of everyone. She seems to always know what to say. Even outside of volleyball, Paige is an incredible person and such a good friend to have around. Honestly, her stories and remarks are some of the few things that get me through the double block of bio. And even just seeing her in the hall can brighten my day. When she walks into a room or onto the court, she makes so many of us think, thank goodness Paige is here. And I think it's safe to say that every single one of us is rooting for her no matter what she does because she's always been one of the people rooting for us. Paige, I'm going to miss you so much next year. I have learned so much from watching you and listening to you both on and off the court. I'm going to miss your snide remarks at practice and your stories that never fail to make me laugh. I'm going to miss playing volleyball with you and laughing with you until I cry. But most of all, I'm going to miss seeing you every day. Even though you won't be in Brookfield, I will always consider you an amazing friend and one of the most incredible people to be around. I hope you have so much fun in college next year. I hope you responsibly attend crazy parties, but you know great stuff. I hope you are always successful in what you do. If anyone deserves the best, it's you. But while you're achieving all that greatness, I have a favor to ask you. Don't forget the small people in good old Brookfield. We all love you so much. Good luck, friend.
I'm filling in for Emily Swirsky. She didn't make it today. So this is for Kaylee. Right. Up until this season, I wasn't all that close with Kaylee. I always knew she was a really nice person and a great setter, but I didn't really know her like I knew some of the other seniors. She was the JV setter last year, but I was a manager, so I didn't make a bond with her like the other girls had, and although we weren't on the same team this year, I really got to know her. for her, not just for what I knew about her. I can honestly say that Kaylee is one of the nicest people I've ever met, and I wish I could have gotten to know her a lot better sooner than her senior year. I really enjoyed watching Kaylee play this season. She is always hustling to get the second ball and getting great sets for the girls to hit. One of the best things about Kaylee, though, is her positive attitude and how encouraging she is. Towards the end of the season, Kaylee and I realized we both loved country music. I do too, by the way. And would spend time talking about it off the court, even if Daylon was probably yelling at us to stop talking and focus. One of my favorite memories with Kaylee, though, is that lunch about a week ago. She noticed my phone case had pictures of me and horses on it, so she started looking at it and started asking me questions about them, which I answered. After I answered their names, Kaylee started asking a lot more questions about horses and told me how she applied for college, and it was her a question about activities she would want to try and how she put unique related activities as one of them. Watching Kaylee talk about this was probably one of the most funniest moments I've ever had with her. She was so interested in what I did with horses and telling me about how she loved them. Kaylee, I hope you have an amazing time in college, and I know you will succeed in whatever you do. I know I will see you every other day for the rest of the school year, but I'm going to miss you. You're such a kind and caring person and a great friend. I hope we can continue to get closer throughout the school year, and I wish I was here to read this in person.
So Hannah had to leave early, so I'm filling in for her. Heather, I had a really difficult time figuring out what I wanted to say to you because you're such an amazing person, friend, and volleyball player. And I can't believe that you're leaving us so soon. For the past 3 seasons, although we weren't sisters, I feel like we were. Your kind words and encouraging spirit always pumped me up before the game. I have loved playing with you so much this past season. We've had lots of fun together, even through the team's ups and downs. We've become such great friends these past few years, and I wish you didn't have to leave. The Brookfield volleyball team is so lucky to have you be a part of it. Without you, Heather, we would lack an amazing, fun, bubbly personality that can lighten up any situation.
I will forever miss our silly banter during hitting lines and our snack time together on the sidelines. Watching you play and cheering you on was definitely a highlight of my season. You've grown and improved so much since I first saw you play at the beginning of my freshman year, and I am so proud of you. You know you're my idol, so since then, I've been aspired to be as good as you. You have helped me to become a much better player, so I would like to thank you for that. You're an inspiration to all the middles everywhere, and I'd like to make a shout out to our amazing group of middles this year because Heather and Colleen, I cannot imagine playing next year without you guys. I know you'll go on to do amazing things in your life because of how intelligent, warm-hearted, and thoughtful you are. So it was a privilege to play with you and with all the seniors. I love you all so much, and we'll miss you till no end. We'll miss you till no end.
Dear Jen, this season I was switched from being a front row player to a back row player. Me, being a terrified little junior on varsity, was totally against this decision. However, you, Jen, were there for me every step of the way. Watching you dominate the court inspired me to work the hardest I ever have to live up to your abilities. Your perseverance taught me to never doubt myself. Your kindness and spirit taught me the importance of teamwork. Your determination taught me to never give up. So thank you, Jen. Thank you for being my role model. Thank you for shaping me into the player that I am today. Thank you for not getting mad at yourself when you made a mistake and showing me that I shouldn't either. Thank you for welcoming me onto the varsity team with open arms. Thank you for being my teammate as well as my friend. And thank you for sharing your food and buying me coffee when I was stranded at the school. I appreciate everything you have done for me this year. You taught me how to be a better player and a better person, whether you realize it or not. I'll miss you tremendously next year, but I hope you have a great time in college. You're going to do great things with your life, and I can't wait to see what your future holds.
5 years, I've gotten the opportunity to get to know you and become your friend. Your witty jokes and kind advice have made me laugh so hard. The memories we have made are like no other I share, and I'd like to thank you for that. I was always intimidated by you and your athleticism and your sarcasm. 2 years ago, the summer going into my freshman year, is when we really became close friends. You invited me over so you could teach me how to play volleyball. You said, okay, you have 6 people on the court and 3 touches to get it over. I thought to myself, wow, volleyball sounds really easy. 6 people, that's a lot. I was very wrong about that. So I'd like to thank you for teaching me that I was wrong and showing me how I would be right. I've always looked up to you and your amazing skills. I was honored when you asked me to be on your triples teams, even though everyone wanted your sick hitting skills. My goal since that day was to play volleyball with you on the court during a game. I am so lucky I was able to do that this year. I will continue to look up to you when you go on to bigger and better things. Last year you told me about a dream you had. The dream was about this day. Me giving you your speech and we were both crying and hugging. Throughout the past year, we have both looked forward to and dreaded this day. I hope I have fulfilled all this year and today, and I hope you have a great time in college. And remember, anything for you, Caroline.
I've been lucky enough to know Emily since my freshman year, and I can remember that even back then, she was one of the kindest people I had ever met. She has such a way of making everybody feel so included and valued and welcomed, and people always tend to gravitate towards her, a true mark of leadership. One thing I've learned from Emily over the past few years was to never give up. Today we all know her as a phenomenal volleyball player, but something you may not know was that Emily was actually cut from the team her freshman year. It's surprising, I know. Unsurprisingly, she didn't let this stop her. Emily worked hard, and her sophomore year, she became the starting libero on varsity. It gets better. Her junior year, Emily went all Patriot, and this year, she went on to go all SWC. If that doesn't show perseverance, I don't know what does. I know I speak for everybody when I say that the team won't be the same without Emily next year. We will miss her kindness, her jokes that always seem to cheer everyone up, her helpfulness, and most of all, her, let's just say, intensity. One of Emily's most admirable qualities is her determination to always do the best she can. It was so inspiring to watch her work hard at practice every day and see her happiness in this hard work paid off during games. Emily, high school would not have been the same without you, and I hope you know how much you mean to me. You've laughed with me on my best days and helped me through my worst days, and I can't thank you enough for always being someone that I can count on. Words cannot express how much I'm going to miss you next year. You're one of the most amazing people I know, and I have so much love in my heart for you. We all wish you the best of luck in college, and I have no doubt that you will go on to reach great success in whatever you pursue. Your kindness and determination will carry you so far. You've touched all of our lives